Hey, YouTubers and toy train lovers. A couple of subscribers of mine, RJ and Sam, have suggested that their subscribers start making films of their favorite box cars, their favorite trains, their favorite railroads, if they have the trains for those railroads, etc. And so this is one of my favorite trains. I do not have a favorite train. I have so many trains that here I'm chuckling and shaking the camera. It's really hard to pick one. This, I'm going to say, is my coolest train. And this is a Hoge 900 made in the 1930s. And it's, to me, the first time I saw it, it was like nothing I'd ever seen before, except close to the old Flash Gordon Republic serials. And you may not know what those are. They were played when you went to the movie theater back in the 30s, and they actually had old black and white. They were still playing them back in the 50s and 60s when I'd go as a kid to the movies, and they were parts of a movie, and you'd get to see maybe 15 or 20 minutes, and then it'd get you to go back to the movie the next time. Well, there was an evil guy in the Flash Gordon series named Emperor Ming, and this reminded me of Emperor Ming's spaceship, except for the fact that he had some kind of a point on the front of it like a swordfish, but he had the same sort of deco design. And this is really unique. And what the owner of the companies who made this, Hoge 900, was named Hampton Hoge. And what he was attempting to do was make a highly unusual replication of the Union Pacific M10005. And I think he absolutely outdid himself. This is chrome, and of course you can see it's painted blue down below. I've done nothing to attempt to restore the finish. The finish is absolutely covered with fine scratches. It's obviously seen a lot of use and a lot of love. It's an extremely fast train. It came with banked tracks to keep it from derailing. And of course I run on my regular layout without the banked tracks. So I have to make sure I keep it down at a conservative speed so it doesn't go flying off the track. And it will run slow, where a lot of them won't. This does not have a commutator like most motors. It has a shaft with 3 slots in it and 2 brushes that hang off to the side and are held on by springs, and they ride on that shaft. And quite frankly, when I took it apart the first time, I'd never seen anything like it before in my life. And I thought, oh God, this thing will never work, because it didn't work when I got it. And I just simply cleaned it all up, and it ran. And it ran very well. So I'm going to move the camera and pull this thing up, and this is obviously the front of it. I wanted to show you the grill. They made it in 3 different versions. They had you can see this as an open grill. They made it with painted slots on the front to resemble the grill, and they made it with a headlight pointing upwards. For whatever reason, I don't know why you'd want a headlight pointing upwards, but that's the way Hampton Hoge made it. So let me pull this back a little, and I'll reach over to the transformer, and we'll pull it up. And as you can see, this is an articulated streamliner. And the second car says Hoge Streamline. Third car says Hoge Streamline. And the first one says number 900 U.S. Mail. So my guess is this part of the car was supposed to be dedicated to mail. But have you ever seen a cooler train in your life? I haven't. And I mean, I've got the Lionel anniversary set. I've got the Lionel Silver Streak. I've got, I can't name all the trains I have. I have a huge collection of trains, and mostly post and pre-war. But this one just took my breath away. And once again, I haven't touched up the paint. This is the original paint. This paint, you may not be able to tell from the film, is full of scratches. When I received the train, it was in pieces, and the frames were thoroughly tweaked. And I had quite the time straightening them all out. So that was the hard job. The easy job was overhauling the motor, which was just cleaning it. I didn't even change the brushes. So another very unusual thing about this is it has an independent suspension from side to side, so it will take those corners fast. And the motor and the wheels are underslung on a separate plate underneath the frame, and there's two, I'm trying to think, can't remember what they call the contraptions that hold it together, but they allow it to slide from left to right and right to left, which also means whatever you have on your corners, like you see that cactus there, is sitting way out to the side, because this one, I call her Big Bertha, will knock anything off that's in the way. And she's pretty heavy. So I'm going to run it. And some of you have seen it before, and some of you haven't. But anyway, this will be in the series of my coolest trains. So let's get her started. And I'm going to slow it down a little. I really can't do it justice on this layout to as fast as it will go. no horn, no interior lights, no tail lights. They're all painted on. That's the way it was in the 30s. Unfortunately, this company went out of business during the Great Depression. And it's sad because they had some stunning trains. They made the most unusual circus train I've ever seen. It had animal cars with animals that moved. They were attached to the axles of the train, and as the axles moved, the animals would move back and forth inside the cage cars. They also made a very stunning steam passenger car, the Commodore Vanderbilt. Good look at the back. This is actually running pretty fast for a little layout. You'd almost think it had magnet traction, but it's that underslung drivetrain that keeps it on the track. So anyway, now you have seen my coolest train. And thank you for watching. I see there's a lot of glare on here. But what do you expect of all this chrome? Let's see if I can get rid of some of the glare. There we go. But we'll say goodbye to the Hoge. And thanks for watching. And once again, this has been a Big Blizzard production. Bye-bye.